the BJP says, why is it that the Mayor, Shelley Oberoi, actually allowed the use of cellular phones when they were not allowed when the voting was taking place for the Mayor or Deputy Mayor? Why was it allowed by the Mayor during the election of the Standing Committee? But Harish, Khuranna, it does seem that the BJP understands the importance and the powers of the Standing Committee, and you did what you could to make sure that the elections didn't take place. First you, Harish Khuranna, go ahead.
Preeti, the basic fundamental of this election was to maintain a secrecy of the ballot. But what has happened? For first 56 votes, you allow the mobile phones to take inside, and over there, councillors were taking the pictures of the ballot paper, what they are casting in, and sending it to their high command bosses. The point is, then where the secrecy is left. I mean, the basic, when you are doing an illegal thing, which is illegal also and fundamentally wrong also, you are showing and you are casting a vote to the X party and sending it your picture to high command. So basic principle was been flouted at the point number 1 stage only. Point is, when you are not allowing the mobile phones at the time of mayor election, you are not allowing it at the time of deputy mayor election. What has happened that you have allowed in standing committee? Because standing committee election was the most important, and they also know that the sixth, the third candidate is losing. They are sure about 2 candidates. BJP is also sure about 2 candidates. But the main thing is about the third candidate, which has to be elected. That is the reason they were, because of preferential votes, they are pretty sure that they are losing this election, and by these kind of things happening, they don't want the election to happen.
Okay, Harish Khuranna, I want to bring Reena Gupta in, but I'll ask you a counter question before I just pull her in. Actually, ultimately, even though the cell phones were allowed, then the mayor came out and said that cell phones will be banned, they will not be allowed. Yet you didn't want the elections to take place. The Aam Aadmi Party says we were in the MCD house through the course of the night. You didn't want the elections to take place. Yes, Reena Gupta. Yeah, okay, Reena Gupta, I'll just come back to you. Okay, Reena, okay, I'm coming back to you, Harish Khuranna. The question is, Reena Gupta, why the use of cell phones? Why were they allowed when they were not allowed for the deputy mayor and the mayor election?
Preeti, what we saw yesterday was world's largest party that has gotten addicted to power and corruption lose its balance and behave like, it's almost like an analogy, Preeti, I would like to create. It's like when when a drug addict and you take drugs away from the drug addict, they start behaving in a mentally unstable way. And that is what we saw Bharatiya Janata Party's behavior. It is shameful. Bharatiya Janata Party should apologize to the country. You have shamed us everywhere with your behavior yesterday. Their mayoral candidate Rekha Gupta is seen clearly running away with the ballot box, breaking the mic, throwing water, throwing dirty fruits and tables and chairs at us. This is after all their operations. Operation Lotus, Operation Unification, Delimitation, everything they've been trying for the last 1 year. Everything failed, Preeti. But
Reena Gupta, why the cell phones? When no cell phones for mayor election. But Reena Gupta, the question is, when no cell phones for mayor elections, no cell phones for deputy mayor elections, why is it that the mayor Shelley Oberoi allowed the use of cell phones in the beginning when the voting for the standing committee started?
Nowhere in the DMC Act does it say that cell phones are not allowed. Cell phones are supposed to be on silent. But we don't expect Bharatiya Janata Party to either follow the constitution. They don't recognize the Supreme Court. This is what they've been doing 4 times now, Preeti, that they tried to delay these elections. It was only after they got a tight slap from the Supreme Court that the elections were actually happening yesterday. But they have gotten so used to corruption in Delhi. They have made Delhi MCD bankrupt, and now that they've lost power, they are just not able to digest this fact. This is the reality. That people of Delhi have thrown you out. Please respect the mandate of the
Harish Khuranna,